When you are talking about canonical tags or canonicalization, it's very simple to understand that you have one URL, or maybe you have one page which is represented by many URLs. For search engines, each URL is a page. Whether the content is same or different doesn't matter. It is a different page altogether from technical aspect. Because say for example, if you are going to example.com and example.com/index.html, both can have different content technically. So Google or any other search engine cannot consider both these URLs to be same. And same with www and without www. What is www.example.com? It is nothing but a subdomain. By default, what happens is whenever you're creating a domain, that www is mapped to the same document root as that of the domain. So example.com's document root and www.example.com's document root is same by default, when you're creating a domain in a web server. But it is not a compulsion. You can have one website running at www and another website running without www. That is completely possible. So as a search engine, you cannot assume it to be different, assume it to be same. Then it's a since it is a common concept, okay, that the www and non-www is having the same kind of a page. So generally Google and other search engines, they have an option where you can tick it as the www is my default domain name, or without www is my default domain name. You can go to the webmaster consoles of Yahoo and Google and do that. Okay, and also search engines do understand that around 80 to 90% of the people have the same website at www and without www. So that is one exceptional case which search engines are taking care of internally. But to be on the safer side, you should redirect your non-www URL to the www URL. Okay, to be on the safer side. And then there are other type of canonicalization problems. One is, say for example, you're going to example.com. Now example.com can be represented when you're going to example.com. What is happening? One file is getting fetched, either it's index.html or index.php default, anything that you have specified on your web server. Now you can access that page with example.com/ and without and with example.com/index.html. You can also access this by example.com/index.html (ID is equal to 1). So there are various ways that you can access the same page. Now how do you tell the search engine that these all three pages are different? Okay, so previously what we used to do was we used to redirect everything to one single page. Now whenever you type without www example.com, it will redirect to www.example.com. And if you're typing example.com/index.html, it will redirect it to www.example.com/. Okay, if somebody is typing example.com/index.html (ID is equal to something), that time again it will redirect to this. So all these kind of different variations are redirected to the same page. Now try to understand where exactly is the problem. What is the problem that the search engines are facing? Search engines are facing very simple problem which search engines can easily solve. If they have three URLs and three URLs are having the same content, they can easily do a check and understand that these three pages are same and can give the value. But search engines, that is at the search engine level, they can do it. But at the user level, what is happening is they are sending three different URLs to different people. Okay, say for example, a blog is covering you as example.com, and another blog is covering you as example.com/index.html, and another blog is covering you with example.com/default.html. Now three blogs are linking to three different pages. Okay, so now search engine will have to take care of their linking structures also. So whatever is linking to this particular page should be redirected to this page.
But see, Google is considering this as 2 or 3 different pages.
Right.
Okay. So is there any chance of content duplication?
Yes. Content duplication is one aspect. Okay, like people generally get scared of content duplication. What happens with the content duplication? Google cannot show the same page 3 or 4 times in their search engine result. Now, as a Google user, if you go to a page, if you're searching for a certain keyword and you see 3 pages having the same content, you will not like it. So you will not like Google. So Google will not like to show the duplicate pages in their search engine result pages. That's all. So they will take 1 out of 3 and neglect 2. But the real problem is that these 3 websites, 3 pages that you have is getting links from various locations. Now 3 of them are having say strength of 10 and 10 and 10. You should, if you club it together, then your web page is having a strength of 30. So you are diversifying your strength. Okay, and also from the user's point of view, it can be confusing, right? So this redirection helps in that way, and from the user's point of view, it is not that confusing because they are getting to see that content, you know.
So if we see this website which is done in PHP or some programming languages,
Right.
and if we see say question mark or other tag over here, we need to rewrite the URL in a simple HTML format.
Not HTML format. You just redirect all these similar URLs to one page. You decide that this will be my pattern and redirect all the possible URLs to this certain page. That is easy to do. If you are with Apache server, you can do it through htaccess, and IIS offers a redirection. Even at the file level, you can do redirections. Okay. Now this was the case maybe around 6-7 months back. But now even a non-technical webmaster can take care of it. What they can do is there is a canonical tag. So you can mention the canonical tag that this is the URL. So even if you are changing the URL, the content is the same. Now Google will understand by reading the page that this canonical URL, the canonical tag that they have, that all 3 pages are accessed by 3 different URLs. But under that page or inside that page, the canonical tag is the same. So all 3 pages are same, is easily visible to the search engines. So whether the link comes to page number 1 or URL number 1 or URL number 2 or URL number 3 doesn't matter, because that is coming to that canonical URL. Okay. So Google has made our life, or search engines have made our life much simpler by providing this canonical tag. Okay.
So we people, while optimizing a page, we write the canonical tag so that Google can recognize that this is a unique page.
Yeah, that is the real page, and rest of the URLs that are displaying it are basically some alternative URLs.
Okay, I got it.
Right? So if I have to summarize the whole canonicalization issue, there are with WW and non-WW is one canonicalization issue. The second issue is with respect to pages, that one page content is displayed with many URLs from the same domain. And the third problem that arrives is with different domain names. That is, like you have 3 or 4 different domain names like .in and .co.uk and everything redirecting to the same or everything displaying the same content. That needs to be taken care of by redirecting it. And the third issue is basically with like 3 issues, one with like pages, and the other one with WW, and the third one is with different domain names. So you can tackle this by redirecting it to the original source, and multi-domain canonical tag is not working. Okay, so you'll have to do redirection with multi-domain URLs, with multiple domains. That takes care of the overall canonicalization issue.